this Megan? Who that? Yeah, hold on.
Hi. Who is that?
I don't know.
Welcome, my name is Aiyana Faye, and today we are discussing the Megan Thee Stallion Hot Girl Summer World Tour. Go grab your food, go grab your makeup, or finish doing your hair, smoke, whatever you're doing, and let's discuss. How much did the tickets go for? The tickets went for $161 and we got 2. Now these tickets actually sold out very fast on Ticketmaster, so we had to go up to the box office to go grab them. Now the box office was going to be open for like 20 more minutes, but we ran up in there anyway. So once we got there, the box office even said they were sold out. This is a problem because the box office is supposed to have different tickets than what is on Ticketmaster, but since the box office is now Ticketmaster, it's a whole monopoly child. Don't even let me get into it. They were also sold out. But I kept telling the guy that worked there, I'm like, just refresh the page. Keep refreshing the page. I mean, like, sir, you work at Ticketmaster or you work at the box office. You should know how it works and how it'll randomly have tickets. It'll pop up and out of nowhere. And not even for resale. Like, these are like that Ticketmaster would just put on sale. I know, it's a headache. Anyway, so he's like, no. It's sold out. If it's sold out, that means it's sold out. I'm like, no, refresh the page, do it again. And guess what? 2 tickets pop up on the side. And he did say they were a blocked view, but I'm like, you know what? It's okay. I want to see Megan Thee Stallion. Hey Siri, play If You Only Knew by Patti LaBelle, because child, I didn't know 1/8 of this blocked view he spoke of. Cause I've had no Siri, don't play that. Child trying to get me copyrighted. Anyway, I've never actually been to a concert like this before. Okay, so once we got there, I never got that much, acquainted with this crowd. But, from what I could see and hear, it was giving very college campus party. Like, everybody had their own little thing going on. You had your IG baddies. You had your people that went for more of the Harajuku anime look. And then you had your butterflies, of course. Because, that was kind of the theme, kind of not. It was like snakes and butterflies. Shedding of skin. But one thing, 3 things that was consistent on the menu was thighs, titties, and ass. Oh, it was all out. And child, everyone looked amazing. Like, everyone ate it up. Which is why I said I never went to a concert like this before. Because it was nice, though, I will say. Because everyone was just clearly themselves. And it was clearly very liberating for a lot of people. So I'm always supportive of that. But when it comes to these type of shows, or a show like this, for some weird reason, men do show up and they just do not know what the fuck to say out of their mouths. God help us all. But it was so cute, and you could tell like who was like a really, really big Megan fan, like who was in like Megan's sorority. And is that Megan's fandom name? That's cute. Y'all should take that. I'm gonna give y'all that for free. Megan's sorority. It's Hot Girls, isn't it? But then her fandom is Hot Girls. What the fuck was I there? Anyway, but Megan's sorority is cute, dude. Cute too. Don't even lie. Okay, so the thing with rap shows, it's not the most give bracelets out. Oh my God, how did you become a fan type of concert? Because rappers is more likely to be, braggadocious and have like a cocky attitude and very, I'm a bad bitch, this and that and the third. But for Megan, I feel like you could actually do that though. Like with the bracelets and everything. That'd be really cute. I'd love to see a Captain Hook bracelet or what someone would do with that. Could you imagine having the lyrics of Captain Hook on a friendship bracelet? That shit would be hilarious. I'd love it. I should have been the one who did that. Now, opening up the show was Glorilla, a 25-year-old rapper. She's also a Leo, so it was no surprise she ended up on the stage. Now, she is a rapper who she does lean more, not more, I would say she definitely leans on the entertainment side, and she's also a live artist. Okay, so when Glorilla had came on, like, her start was, to be fair, I really couldn't see her screen because it was in the middle and I was on the sidelines, and you can't see anything in the middle. But on socials the next day, I still couldn't tell you what this girl's screens were. I really don't know. They weren't that memorable for real. But her start was, it was kind of like her giving herself a motivational speech. Or I guess it sounded like her talking to herself in the mirror, or what you would imagine that would be. I don't know if that's very helpful. Probably not. Anyway, the thing with a lot of Glorilla's screens were they all weren't that memorable. And the reason I always mention screens is because, believe it or not, they are a part of the performance and a part of the illusion of bringing the audience into your world as an artist. You know, there was a DJ, I don't know, you couldn't see him. It was kind of scary, for real. She performed a total of 15 songs. Now, I'm not going to talk about all 15 songs because we don't got that type of time. What do y'all think this is? But we will talk about a few. Speaking of, tell me why this woman opened up with op shit. Not only did she open up with op shit, but her dancers came out in bedazzled ski masks and plastic pieces. I'll talk about some fucking what a op nigga. I think I love him. Girl. You cannot be doing that. This is Philly. The trauma is real. I fuck Glorilla though. She said, oh my god, what'd she say in Bless? Moved out to the suburbs, I still got ratchet tendencies. Child, that's hard to open. But, oh, same for, why is my hair on this? And same for highs, but instead they had this extra big deep dish stuffed blunt. These props was frying me, no pun intended. Like, I think it might have been the same one we got at the Louis concert. Or my friend got at the Louis concert. It's another video. It's coming up soon, I promise. Then she went and did Yeah Glow, and don't even get me started on Yeah Glow. Like,
I mean, I don't know. It's something about that song that just make you want to get up and bust a motherfucking move.
If you're not up when that song come on, just there's no reason you should have showed up in the first place. When Glorilla was introducing all there, she was like, we gonna show y'all some ass, Philly. Child, I never thought this much. Like, I did expect some, but I can't even show y'all the clips. Like, at least I don't think so. That's how, wild it was. And plus, you also would have people in the background in that said video, so it'd just be just a lot of ass. That's how I would describe it. Like, I told y'all how people were dressed for this show, which is not a bad thing, but you just gotta be rememberable of that. Talk about some come to hot girl summer world tour, and that is just all you see and hear. Speaking of choreo, I actually like this choreo. It's one of those rare cases where it actually doesn't feel like a distraction or a filler either. Like, not butt filler, but like filler. You know what I mean. Also, while they was shaking that, it was also fucking it up. Like, let's not forget. Like, they was definitely killing it up there. And Glorilla too. I'm gonna give her flowers. She was definitely up there dancing. This she did Tomorrow too. Now, Tomorrow too honestly has like hood classic potential. Like, the way this arena started screaming Cardi's verse, you thought it was lit before? Nah. It didn't even compare to Riding With My Twin and Them. Like, as soon as that part hit, it got so loud. Slightly off topic. This is why it's such a shock that Cardi B, like, never really went on tour after Invasion of Privacy. Like, every single song was its own single. Like, your voice would have been gone by the end of the night because you would have known every song and the singles. singles that just like weren't on the album. I'm not gonna lie, this set list was really lit. Like, if Glorilla had her own tour, I would be dancing harder than Latrell from White Chicks in the Back of the Pit. I'm so serious. Like, that's how hard her set was.
We interrupt this program to bring you.
Tell me why Glorilla is actually on tour. The closest she's come to me is New York and DC. She doesn't have a Philly date, but I had no idea this woman was on tour. It wasn't promoted anywhere. I don't really go on Instagram that much, to be honest, so I wouldn't see it if it was promoted there anyway. But dang, why do I ain't seen that? Why nobody promote tours no more? Like, I had no idea. I actually don't see this very often. This is the fullest I've seen an arena when an opening is on. Like, usually the category is patches, but there really wasn't a patch in sight for real with Glorilla. And I mean, usually the vibe when the opening is on is like, let's pretend to care until like the main act is on. But with Glorilla, I really didn't feel that. I mean, I'm not saying that everybody is like, you know, let's pretend to care, but that's usually what the energy is. Like, when they're like, oh my god, who's ready for such and such, and then everybody cheers, and then they be like, oh, we have one more song left, and then everybody cheers again. You know what I mean? Glorilla, it wasn't nothing like that. But I mean, this could have been due to, you know, Glorilla already having a name for herself, already having made a name for herself. So, you know, like, who doesn't know who Glorilla was in 2024? And Glorilla, she was very comfortable with this audience. I mean, the fact that it's Glorilla and Megan Thee Stallion, so they kind of have a little bit of the same audience. But she was very comfortable, you know, talking, saying hi. I'm pretty sure she was, like, signing the stuff. She was also, like, taking pictures. You know, you're not, you know, like, not curling to like a shell or anything, and that's always great for a concert. You know, bringing that energy and that excitement. That is super important. Trust me, I've been to boring concerts before. Like, how the fuck is a concert boring? It's a concert, child. Anyway, the costumes was very Glorilla. It was, for costumes for Glorilla, it felt more like an outfit than it did like a costume. But it did feel like a costume more for her dancers, her female dancers, not her male dancers. But Glorilla had on this black and yellow bikini top, and she had on these baggy pants, you know, small top, big pant moment. And then, oh, she had yellow streaks in her hair. This was cute. This was like a little detail I hadn't noticed at the show, but I didn't notice, like, looking back at my footage. I don't know, it's kind of iconic. Like, now looking back, everything was literally black and yellow. Her dancers had on like tank tops, white tank tops, black shorts with a bandana tied around their leg. The male dancers had, I think they just wore like black and yellow, I'm sure. To tie everything together, they all wore Adidas, just regular Adidas. I liked it. It was clean. It looked like a crew. Now, I don't really have a problem with this. It is quite basic, but that basic for me, because I do like the whole costumes and whole production of a show. But since that pretty much was Glorilla, and also she just has so much swagger, so she pulls it off beautifully. Now, I know I got on Nicki for low-key kind of wearing the same exact thing, but when you have an entire tour themed around Gag City that only went halfway, I'm going to mention it. And yes, it's still such a bother because Gag City, that is literally the most cunt tour theme. One of the most cunt tour themes. Let's not forget, Renaissance was a thing, and there will be a Renaissance video that you could really have, and it didn't really go as far as you would want it to go. Now, for Glow's beat, it was super cute. It was really natural, you know, nothing too special. I don't really expect Glorilla to, you know, go around with like a super colorful beat. Like, she usually goes for that, you know, baddie IMVU type beat, which is no problem. It's pretty cute. It's natural. It literally goes with everything, especially like a neon yellow, which is the color she was using. By the way, it looked quite nice on her, because usually a lot of neons don't look as good on lighter skin than it does on like very dark skin, but she looked great. The more she sweated, the more she just glowed. Like, it never looked like her makeup messed up. Like, is that where Glorilla got her name from? Like, Glorilla, like she glows. Is that where she got her name from though? Because if she did, that actually eats. I like that. When it came to live rapping in Glorilla, for finesse the glow and on what you on, she did that thing that I freaking hate with rappers. One of them, I forgot which one, sorry, was actually a new song, or maybe both of them. And she did that thing where rappers tend to rap over the backtrack, and I hate this because it sounds really, really weird. For that particular issue that I personally just have with backtracks and how they are used, either do the song and just rap the ad-libs, and or don't do the song at all, or dance during the entire thing, because rapping over it, it's not worth that weird. It's almost like a lag. Yeah, I can't even use an example because that's exactly what it is, you know. It's like when someone does karaoke but they're singing over a Spotify version of the song instead of just having the lyrics and the beat. It's annoying in the nicest way. No, it's pretty annoying. I don't even know how you could say nice annoying. I just don't like it. But then she ended up getting this electric guitar out and pretended to play, so that made me happy again. It was really cute. I love rock music, and I think Glorilla is just adorable in general. Oh, what's next? Okay, at the concert, I literally just wrote country as fuck. I don't know what that means. Like, it literally just says country as fuck. I think she might have been talking or saying something, and I have no idea what she was saying or what she said. I don't even know if Glorilla's country. I just know that her accent is super thick, and sometimes I just don't know what she's saying. But my main notes for Glorilla would definitely be get around the stage like a little bit more. She stayed pretty consistent with like the T-zone, so like the main stage and the catwalk. Now, I don't know if this was part of her stage direction, being that she was an opening act, and sometimes they have a little different stage direction than, you know, the main act. Now, that is how you hype up a motherfucking crowd. Like, it felt like two separate concerts. The goal for an opening act is to get people on your side with your craft. And I feel like her and her team did that perfectly. Like, even with songs people really didn't know, the vibe was still there. Everyone was still lit. The energy never went down. Like, not even once. And that is a job well done. Definitely worth every penny. Now we move on to Megan the motherfucking Stallion. You know it's your girl. Oh my god, I was so hyped for this concert, you have no idea. Now, Megan the Stallion is a rapper and entertainer, and she's a live artist, I think. I'm sure you'll see why I say live artist. I might decide, you know, by the end of this video, but she is 30 and she's also a Pisces. Now, looking at our stage, I honestly don't prefer these types of stages. I do prefer a 360 stage, or like a stage that literally cuts off the sides of the arena. And I already liked these types of stages before coming to this show and having this fucking wire in my way the entire time. Like, I'm so glad we weren't that high up, because you could see the stage and you could see the screen. Now, when Glorilla was on, it was only half of Glorilla. 0.5 1-2 divide. Like, When I saw that, I was so annoyed. I was like, I hope that's not gonna be the screen for the, oh my goodness, I just pulled on the string, for the entire show. And I'm glad it wasn't, because when Megan came on, the other side of the screen came on, and I was so happy. But then it only lasted for 3 seconds. I'm so glad you could see when they came out from, when they came onto the platform. Because could you imagine this being your view for 2 hours? Child, I could not. Can we talk about the pose she came up in? The silhouette, that motherfucking siloed. Child. The aura. Like when people say aura, that is one of the ones I think of. That was very iconic, especially for like a first tour. And she came out in this black, she came out in this black brown taupe, like muted, almost snake one piece. The middle was cut out. You could see she kind of had like a brown bustier, like bra on underneath it that matched her skin tone, and it was giving body. It was Megan. This is a costume. It was absolutely gorgeous. I loved it. Now, the only thing that I cannot stand about this outfit is the boots. I'm gonna clock it. Now, everything about this outfit was really cute, and I could not get over the boots. And for her background dancers, they had on red latex. The thing is, background dancers, the band, background singers, they should all get the bridesmaid treatment. So they should always match whoever the bride is, aka whoever the performer is. Megan should have either had on like snake print scales, like going up her leg, like a boot, like a thigh high boot blended into her one piece, and had them be red bottoms, or just red bottoms in general, but still make it a chunky heel so she can dance and do that Megan thing that she does. Yeah, that. And like her dancers did have like scales on their red latex. That was a cute little detail. I didn't peep until I looked back on my footage. So that was cute. And there was a lot of red light that could have interfered with so much red, but I don't think it would have. I definitely think she should have had like some type of red on, you know, either red at the bottom of her shoe or like a red lipstick of some sort, you know, really anything to go into that red theme, because red is such a prominent color. So yeah, I don't know, I like the thigh high that blended in with her one piece that could have been red bottoms. That would look really, really cute. Now Megan in this afro, oh my goodness, she bounced around this stage beautifully with this afro on. My afro, my power puff, yes ma'am. Now I have no idea how she was not hot in that thing, but honestly, all to her, she made it look really, really good too. I should have mentioned this earlier, but I'm gonna break down Megan's show through her 3 acts, or her 3 costume changes. I mean, well, she had 2 costume changes. So act 1, act 2, act 3. But anyway, her beat was so cute, and it worked for every single look that she did. It was this either white or silver eyeshadow, a thick liner, and just, you know, everything else was like a neutral beat. It looked gorgeous. But it was enough. It was definitely enough pop of color, and it didn't distract you from all her other looks because it went with them perfectly. Opening with Hiss. I love the transition from Ungrateful to Thought Shit. It's clean, it's giving visuals. And this is why backgrounds and lights matter, because a subtle light show would have elevated this transition. Thought Shit. I freaking love Thought Shit. It hits so hard. It's such a hype track. Now hear me out. You just gotta hear me out just for a second. Megan's next album should be a rock album / like a little alternative, especially with the way that she raps. Now, it's not because I love my rock and alternative music. No. It's just that I really do think it would work for Megan. And it would honestly be like a really great transition for her to, like, you know, peek into other genres that I think she would be really good in. Like, did you hear her in Hot What? Did you hear her in Thought Like, I need a real headbanger on some rock I heard that and I felt that and I love that. Because, you know, like, you know, Cobra has rock elements. I just don't know if I would put it into like the rock category or, you know, the spaghettify of genre. But I do like Cobra. And Cobra, actually, I am talking and my glue has dried. No, Cobra actually has a rock version. I like it, but it just felt like they put rock elements over Cobra. And it just, I don't know. I don't like the way they mixed it. Like, the original Cobra is literally just fine. But I think they could definitely do better. And I think Megan should definitely try rock. She doesn't have to do it, but I think she's definitely try it. Because, I mean, Cobra, we know it'll sound good. Come on now. When it came to doing Meg's piano, oh, you could tell this was her favorite. But not only that, but you could tell it was the audience favorite. Like, damn, y'all, I really belong here. Because I didn't know people was hype about Meg's piano like that. Like, I really found my people. Okay, period. And oh my god, someone literally threw roses at her when she was like walking around a thing. It was so cute. You could tell like it caught her off guard, but like she liked it. It was really cute. And I love when people do that, especially when it's allowed. And people should only be throwing roses and flowers and confetti, not other objects. You know, it's always some shit. Oh, it's coming. Ooh, so Freak Nasty was hella fun. Something I noticed during Freak Nasty was when Megan would rap, the backtrack would go down. Now, I don't know why my camera was not picking up the fact that the crowd was screaming Freak Nasty a lot louder than the backtrack. Or this track period, but there was a backtrack on. Because Megan would move her mic away from her mouth. And you could hear it go down. I mean, you could hear it go up. And that's where she was like signing things and taking photos and videos and stuff with fans and dancing. But then when she would rap again, it would go down. This is how you use a backtrack. And I don't know if it's like timed or the unknown, unseen DJ was just doing it in the shadows somewhere. But I'm not complaining. Now, there was an intermission, like, in the middle that only lasted about 3 to 5 minutes, you know, enough time for Megan to, you know, go get a drink of water, touch up makeup, go to the bathroom real quick. But tell me why they played in this intermission. Aiyana. Oh my god, this shit was like a lit ass party. I was so hyped. Now, this also gave a chance for her dancers to have their own solo spots. And then this transitioned into Hot Girl. And I'm, oh, bitch, this was good. This was very good. This was very fun. Like, don't even play with him. Now, while doing Cobra, it was this red swirl that had came down. And I really didn't get the point of it at first. I thought it was just there to look cool. But then it also gave me her point of view, and you know I love to reach and do the absolute most. Like, don't show me one of those ink cards. I will give you an entire movie trilogy. But anyway, nonetheless, because she was performing Cobra, the song is already her, you know, like spiraling. So it don't matter where you look, like on the bottom of the stage there was a screen, and I love this type of production. It's like the bottom of the stage has like something going on, like that also tells a story. So that was also spiraling. In the middle where she was spiraling, when you look up, it's also spiraling. Like, it looked like she was in a tornado. Like, honey, we are not in Kansas anymore. I'm gonna go with this theory. I like it. A representation of Megan spiraling. And then at the end of Cobra, oh, we get the theatrics. Oh, we get it all. There was a fire show. Not only was there a fire show, but you could hear the guitar, the riff at the end of Cobra But you could also hear Megan. There was like also like it was like the song but going faster, and then it was, you know how at the end of Cobra it's like but it was like that, but it was like more haunting. So you get that, the fire show, and the guitar riff, and it just is a perfect ending. The only thing I would take out is the track of, you know, Cobra going, you know, like 2 times speed. I would take that out and just keep it haunting, because then she actually goes down when this is happening, and I love it. Now she went down for intermission, and this intermission lasted about 5 minutes. You know, not too long, at least I don't think it was too long, because she did have this screen where you go into like a snake's mouth. This doesn't lead anywhere, and I actually wish it did, because it captured my attention and I found it quite intriguing. And it even had the nerve to change color. Like, it did literally nothing. It just went to a snake's mouth, swirled around a bit, and then you ended up in clouds. What's up these random intermissions ending up in iridescent clouds? Anyway, but there is a guitar solo playing, and she goes into plan B. Oh, absolutely fucking love it. Now, I'm not comparing, but something about that going into the snake's mouth and all that, it was giving Beyonce. You don't think? I think it was. I don't know why. Also, shout out to Megan for adding Plan B and Cobra onto the set list, and just for sharing those songs with the class in general. Honestly, those songs are pretty heavy. Like, just look at those lyrics alone, and to do that 3 to sometimes 2, maybe 4 times a week is a lot. Gotta be quite strong to do that. Like, especially the press. I'm about to stress it. During Plan B, you gotta put our tinfoil hats back on, of course. Now, there was a snake on the bottom of the stage and it was going in a circle, and I was like, oh, she got an Ouroboros on stage, but it's not an Ouroboros. This is like, I don't really know what you would call a snake not eating its own tail, so I guess we'll call it a snake not eating its own tail. But an Ouroboros is a snake eating its own tail, which means history is repeating itself. And since the snake had like, it was like almost there, I was like, this is her saying, I'm stopping it here. History will not repeat itself. It's gonna no longer continue in my life, with a song like Plan B. So what do we think? What do we think? And I like doing this stuff. You know, looking at the fine details, crossing T's with a swirl, dotting I's with a heart. Just makes it more fun, okay? Also, I'm like one of those people who like everything to have like a reason. So the fit for Act 2, or the costume for Act 2, was this really cute blue butterfly cutout one piece that was like, the top was like shaped like a butterfly slash firefly. I thought it was like kind of like a firefly. It was really cute. It kind of looked like it a little bit. And her dancers, oh wait, she had on these cute blue boots as well. And her dancers had on these purple, these were 2 pieces. I believe they were like 2 pieces. They had on these purple outfits, and the top was like half of it was like a butterfly, and then they just had like regular shorts on. And yeah, they kept the fuck ass black boots on as well, sadly enough. I mean, yeah, their outfits did have black on it, like the outlines was black and stuff like that, but these boots just wasn't doing it for me. And they also had strings on them, which also wasn't doing it. Like, it kind of, like, the strings made it worse. Like, why would you add a, what the hell was Phineas and Ferb singing about that's at the end of a shoestring? Why would you add that to this cute outfit? Please. Aglet. Yes, thank you. This blue costume was definitely my favorite of the night. It's so adorable, and she just looks so cute in it. And oh my god, I forgot to mention the skirt was a fringe. Oh my god, she just looked so gorgeous in this fit. Like, She looks so cute. My least favorite screens had to be in Act 2. Not because they were ugly, but because it was quite difficult to see them. And also, they had nothing to do with this song. They were just there to look pretty. And there was this screen. Oh my god, it was so cute. It looked like Megan had wings on. But the thing with this screen was you really couldn't see it unless you were either in the middle or on the floor. Now, they did show it on like the big screens, like where I was, but it was zooming in and out. Yeah, it's just as annoying as it sounds. So you never really got like a full picture. And then there was this other one that was like really cute. It was like Megan's face, and then there was like it was a butterfly, but it kind of looked like a moth at the same time, and it was over her face. It looked like a mask. This was really cute, and I didn't even see it till the next day on socials. I'm like, when did this ever grace the screen? I would have loved to see that. First of all, Kanye Queen, she did that. Not only did she do that, but I had no idea that song was Megan Thee Stallion. That song trended on TikTok like a couple of years ago. It had that dance that, like, the dance actually quite reminds me of that SpongeBob dance of Who Put You on the Planet. I have no idea why, but they honestly give me the same energy. And of course the crowd only knew the TikTok part of that song, but we really do learn new things every day. I was like, Megan Thee Stallion, this is you, girl. Which is funny because now I look back on it, that it definitely felt like a Megan Thee Stallion song. Oh my god. She did this transition where she would live rap and then it would transition into the song. Oh my god, this transition ate so bad. Now, she did this for Boa, and oh my god, I loved it. The thing about Boa is, I wish it was done more like the music video. I love the music video for Boa, like the little outfits, the little dance. Oh my god, it's so adorable. Or like the screens could have been like old vintage video games or something. None of that happened, so don't get your hopes up. It was nice. I still liked it because I liked the song Boa, so I definitely wish she would have incorporated some of the music video things into the actual live show. Also, the screen was just blue butterfly wings being scanned. These screens are so disappointing. Like, yeah, they're cute. What else you got for me? Like, I don't know. They weren't quite for me. They weren't ugly either, like I said. Like, they were fine. They were pretty. They just didn't take you anywhere. When it came to Boa, she did have to play catch up with this song. So, that was... I believe she does have to play catch up with her songs that go way too fast for her. I think Vash might have been going too fast for her as well. Sorry, I just dropped my tweezers. Oh, so then in between songs, like a fan had threw their phone on stage, and Megan, she ended up, you know, diffusing the situation quite perfectly. She was like, hey friend, if you do that shit again, I'm gonna come down there and shove my horseshoe up your ass. Ah. Let me stop playing. She ain't say that. But I wouldn't be mad if she did, though. Inanimate objects, they hurt. And apparently it was like an accident. The girl didn't mean it, or whoever threw it didn't mean it, but you accidentally threw your phone on stage. As a matter of fact, it didn't even go on stage. It went over the stage. Yeah, how the f do you miss a stage? You know how thick a stage is? You know how wide it is? And you somehow missed it? And you in like, what, the third row? I'm focusing on the wrong details. I'm sorry. Anyway, so Megan actually did diffuse the situation perfectly. She was very professional. She was very nice about it. And I'm just going to play the clip.
She ain't mean it, friend. She ain't mean it. Well, up on it. This up on it. This hers, thank you.
lie, I wouldn't have gave that girl the benefit of the doubt, or whoever that was the benefit of the doubt, because if you threw your phone and it was an accident, and you accidentally threw your phone, or your phone flew out of your hand at a concert where either throwing or holding your phone out is encouraged so that artists can make a video and or take a photo of said phone. Okay. And that's just me. I honestly, I don't think people should be doing phones in general, because it is quite dangerous, and it does happen at quite a few shows where it is encouraged. But a few years ago, she was like a long time ago. Anyway, at a One Direction concert, see, I told you she was oh, I literally said One Direction concert, girl. Anyway, a fan tried to throw their phone on stage, ended up hitting a girl in the front row, just some blood all down her face, just because Missy Pooh in the 10th row wanted to give Now her phone. Honey, y'all becoming a safety hazard at this point. Like, phones hurt. Objects in general hurt when you throw them from long distance and then you miss. Bringing back that live rap into song transition, oh my god, this one really ate up the house when she did it for Sex Talk. So she had went to one side of the crowd and had them rap it. My side, I'm not gonna lie, our side was just a smidge bit confused, you know, like there were people who knew it, but you had a couple mumblers.
He wanna hit from the back something. I like to fuck on him when I get lit. Yeah, tell me this pussy shit. Hey, oh, he's so thirsty.
She went to the other side, and first of all, they killed it. I think they just knew what was going on more than my side, but that's neither here or there. And oh my god, even in the clip, you can tell that gagged me, like, gagged, like, it ain't real bad. But I wish, when she did this transition, I wish she did it with a song that was more well known. I know Sex Talk, but I don't know it that well. I'm so conceited, oh my god. Like, that's not what I mean. I mean like a single type song. Sex Talk wasn't a single. That's more like a deep cut. But I get it. It was for the deep cut and the real stands. Sorry. It still ate though. Sex Talk was very fun. But it did have one of the most atrocious screens. I don't know what the screen was or what it had anything to do with just the song. It didn't even fit the aesthetic of the song. I don't know, like, this was probably the worst screen by far, and I'm not saying worse because it had nothing to do with the song. I'm saying worse because it's ugly. Okay, so during Eat It, something funny I really noticed was when the audience as a collective is not the most familiar with a song and there's dancing, everyone would just go, hey, hey, hey. This shit was so weird. Because I have never, ever been in a crowd where just as a collective, everyone was still just as turned and hyping everyone up when a song is not known. That is hilarious. And I love that type of energy. I need that at every single concert. I'm not mad at Megan for using the backtrack during Captain Hook because, oh my god, if you ever try to rap Captain Hook in literally one breath, you have all my good luck. It's all yours. Tell me why somebody got arrested. Now I don't know if they were seat hopping or they got too drunk or things were getting too wild, but like there was people getting carried out. I think it was like one single person. Now I don't know what was happening. Like, I was being newsy, but not, you know, newsy enough to know what was going on. Usual me stuff, to be honest. Get half the story, that's enough for me. Anyway, now, but if they were seat hopping, I would actually be like really surprised. Like the Wells Fargo, they've been cracking down on it like crazy. Because like back in the day, you used to be able to do it like fast, quick, you really wouldn't get caught. I think when people start cracking down on it after like Harry Styles' 2018 tour, because people was doing that a lot during that tour. Just they would edit their seats to make it seem like they were on like on the floor or like closer to the stage. Ooh, child, I never did this. I'll give y'all a second to guess what the collective favorite song was. Okay, I'm gonna just tell you anyway. It was STALLION. Oh, I know that's right. This arena did not take a breath for... How long is STALLION? Where's STALLION? Okay. 1 minute, 56 seconds. I know that's right. As soon as the freaking beat drop, boy, you know your bitch not fucking with Megan. Your nigga not even fucking you, Nikki. He put the temperature and you start complaining. If I get on it, I don't even take it. Like I know that's right. Philly, the city that you are. That was a moment for the Bucks. Child, you had to be there for that one. Half Shit was the first song from Megan Thee Stallion that I heard where I was like, I need to experience Megan live. Like, I need to like experience one of her shows, because if this is exactly what I wanted and got. Actually, this was more than what I ever could have like wanted to experience. It was so much fun, and that was like years ago. So to just have it now, I'm so freaking happy I got to go and experience it in all its glory. I loved it. Tell me why. Oh, tell me why she remixed Body in Get Me Bodied. Oh, y'all don't even understand what that one did. That was also a moment. Like, and then she went and did the Savage remix. Aiyana, what are you doing here? Child. I mean, of course she did Savage. I mean, that's a song that blew her up. But I did not expect her to pop off with that Savage remix. Okay. If you couldn't tell, I love me some Beyonce. During Savage, she picked up a white hat. The current era that we were in is Cowboy Carter. And I'm like, if she picked up a white hat, I'm not gonna lie, but I was using this as canon a little bit. Let me teach y'all a little lesson here. Now, ladies, gentlemen, non-binaries, cunts, all alike, let me give y'all a little history lesson. You see this? This is called a white hat. With this white hat, this is also the Renaissance album booklet. That's not important right now. It's the white hat. So when she picked up the white hat, I'm like, wait a minute. This was already the transition into the Renaissance, into Cowboy Carter. But we already know that the Cowboy Carter hat was white. So that means that Megan Thee Stallion, because Megan Thee Stallion and Beyonce intertwined, that Megan Thee Stallion is now canon for Cowboy Carter. I had way too much fun with this shit. No, all jokes aside, but being a Harry Styles and Beyonce stan, when they have a new era coming out, you just gotta look a tiny bit closely at things connected to them, because they like to make it fun, and they tend to like to hide Easter eggs in their work or upcoming projects. And as you can see, it's very fun and exciting. But it's a lot more fun than people saying, oh, I'm dropping on Friday and it's Tuesday. I also can't stand it. Anyway, back to Megan Thee Stallion. During Act 3, I also really loved the body screens. Like, there was this one where she like walks across all the screens. Did I see it at the show? No, but I did like it though. It was super cute. And where was y'all during What's New? No, I cannot believe this. I rebuke this and I will not take it. It was just a little too quiet during What's New. Now, as I recall, I remember y'all dancing and rapping all over TikTok. I don't know, maybe because it just went like triple platinum in my house. I don't know. Ooh, and another screen that I really like during Act 3 is when her Medusa head was rapping the ad-libs. And oh, I really love this detail. This was cute. This is the finished look. A little laced up ribbon butterfly. I'm obsessed. I think it's super cute. Now, for my last notes for this show, the reason why I did hesitate a bit when referring to Megan Thee Stallion as a live artist. One, she is a live artist. She's a rapper before being an entertainer, this, that, and the third. Now, the reason why I did hesitate is because Megan's material goes too fast for her, especially live. So her work should be remixed for her to be able to do it throughout the whole thing. You know how, like, maybe you don't know, but Beyonce's Homecoming album, something like that. It is a live album, but it's also digestible for Megan to do live. Not Beyonce's work, but Megan's own work. So Megan should do something similar to that and then put out a live album. Because I would listen to Megan's live album, especially if it's digestible for her to perform live all those songs and rap really fast. It's not an easy thing to do. Or dance, or just do the ad-libs throughout the really, really fast songs. But something that I did like when Megan was performing was the backtrack will be turned down and her mic will be turned up when she decides she's going to start rapping again. That's something I actually really appreciated because, like I said, that Glorilla situation really annoyed me because I'm like, put the mic down and just dance. If you're going to just dance instead of just trying to do it at the same time. This was such a fun fucking concert to just go to. It was perfect for like the summer type spring event. I'm not gonna lie, I never twerked this much in literally 2 hours. And I don't have an ass, so my thighs were fucking raw. Like I was feeling it the next day. All jokes aside, but I really did have to take off my heels and put my sister's socks on. Yes, I did go to a concert wearing heels, a Megan Thee Stallion concert. I was trying to be cute, okay? I will say that arenas look good on Megan, and she should definitely do another tour when she's ready. After the show, we went and got merch. I got this poster for $25. Why did I spend $25 on a poster? I don't know. Actually, I do. It's because when I got to the merch stands, nothing was very appealing to me. At like first glance, I was like, oh my god, I don't like any of this. But the poster's kind of cute though. Mostly because Megan's on it. But I definitely should have got the socks. Looking back on it, the socks was really cute. And the socks was $20. Why is the socks cost less than the poster? Anyway, oh, I really, really like the beach towel. Now, that is merch that I do expect from a tour named Hot Girl Summer World Tour. Okay, let's get on theme. The socks was cute too. I feel like the socks is something Megan actually would wear. Like, it does seem like something that is her aesthetic. My sister got these shorts. They were $45. Cute. I don't know. The clothes didn't seem that appealing to me. They definitely all could have been better. Because if you ever seen like Megan's merch on her website, it is nothing like what we got at the merch stands. Her merch on her website looks actually really cool. And that's the type of merch I do expect to see at merch stands. Like, if it's too expensive to make for merch stands, cool. Do less of it. And if not, do all of it. But I'm sure it's pretty expensive to make, so they would probably do less. And then outside, when the concert was over, we were in the parking lot, this happened.
This Megan? Who that? Yeah, hold on.
Who is that?
I don't know. Maybe it's not even her.
I don't know.
Yo, who was that? Let me out.
Oh my fucking god.
Bro, open the fucking door.
Is that really her?
Who the is that? Yeah. I don't think that's them. It's not.
Now, I don't know if that was Megan or Glorilla or just a couple of fans rolling deep, but it's weird that keeps happening though. And that is all for this Megan Thee Stallion Hot Girl Summer World Tour. This was so fun. This was very fun though. You can check out my shorts of me scrapbooking this experience. My Nikki scrapbook was a little tragic. I know. I've gotten better at scrapbooking. So here's like a little preview of that. yeah. Other than that, thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me. Bye.